Howdy, howdy, howdy. Guthrie Trapp here, coming to you from East Nashville, Tennessee. Once again, folks, going to do a little lesson here. Thanks to everybody that's been supportive on YouTube and just been enjoying doing this, man. I mean, I'm learning a lot. Hopefully you guys are, and just going to keep it going. Please check out the links below. I got to say that. You know, the Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. I'm always posting live gigs and about my private lessons and Skype lessons and stuff like that I do, artist works, all the education stuff's been really great. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get into this thing here. I'm going to do a little lesson on playing out of minor chords. So, and we'll get more into this, but this one we're just going to stick to A minor a little bit and go through a couple things. Should be pretty fun, open some doors. So, you know, minor, there's really only one note you got to stay away from in minor, and that's your major third. So we'll get into that too. But playing out of this minor shape, obviously your minor pentatonic that you guys probably already know. Right? Great way to start. That basically we're taking this sound, which is your major, dropping that major third down a half step to make your minor. Real dark chord, right? So instead of this sound, you get this. Right? So with that pentatonic scale, which is great, I like to add the two to the scale. So we're gonna turn this into the major, the minor pentatonic is going to turn into the minor scale. And I've got a couple different theories on this, but the first one is, my favorite one is just adding that two. So we're going to do one, and then we're going to add B. So we're going to, instead of going, we're going to go. So that's your first octave right there. And it helps to look at these in two different octaves. Instead of doing this whole big scale from top to bottom, you're really just repeating from this octave to this octave. I'm left in. Same notes. So, you know, the first octave being, and I added the two in there. So instead of, now the second would be, right, so I'm adding the two right there on the 4th fret. So, you can add it here too. So, now what that does, basically you're getting that sound, which is my minor shape, and I'm adding that 2 on the high end. And a lot of times I'm not playing this big minor chord. I'll use my thumb, and I'll just do E, B, and G string, and then the low A on the 5th fret. So gives you a nice clean rhythm sound. You can go, we'll get into all this stuff in a second, but you can play your 4, your D shape. So just that triad. So that's G shape, D shape to the A minor. So that's pretty cool. You can throw that kind of stuff in too with the rhythm. So that's a C, but it works over A minor because C is your relative. Relative minor, C is your major, A minor is your relative minor. So that, I'll get back to the scale in a second, but that being said, that major, the same exact minor pentatonic we were playing in A, if you end on C, that gives you the C major pentatonic. So if you end on A, that gives you the minor. So that's a really good ear training thing, is to play. You could just play over C to A minor, use that same pentatonic, and you can really start getting some great ideas going there with that. So getting back to the scale, right? Instead of thinking of it as that long scale, just think of it as you're adding the 2 here, you're adding the 2 here, and you're adding the 2 here. So you're looking at it in, you know, almost three different sections. This is your first section, second section, and then this part, that would be if you were going on up. You could go, right, but we're not going to go all the way up there yet. We're just going to stay right here. But you can use those notes, because that's your, you might as well throw that in there and have some more melodic ideas. So what happens there is, instead of this really stiff kind of boxy pentatonic shape, you get this other melody note. It has a really nice triplet feel, even if you're practicing that, right? It's got a really nice triplet feel to it. So that would sound like this. So what that does is it gives you a cool place to start too. Like, rather than starting your solo or whatever on the 1, you can start it on the 2. So right there, what I did was I added the 6 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that's another note you can add. So what that is, that's F sharp. So that also is the major third of your 4 chord. So what that's going to do is that gives us a whole other, that gives us a minor 6th sound. So you got to be careful about this note, because if you're playing something that's like more singer-songwriter or something like that, country, and it goes to the minor, you know, you might not want to use that note. This is more like kind of a funk kind of sound, almost like. It's that kind of vibe, right? So that note you can really utilize on that kind of sound. And what happens is you can almost start playing out of D. D7 over A minor, and that sounds like this. So you know, if I'm riffing around, what that sounds like, and I'm playing ideas over the over A minor, but over the 4 chord, because it all works. So so there's some ideas with that. I know I'm kind of jumping around a little bit on this one, but there's a lot of stuff that we can get into. these little riffs I was showing you, that's all out of C, G shape up to A shape, because I'm thinking, and then A minor. So anything out of C works over A minor because it's the relative. So you just got to be careful about the only note you want to stay away from is your major third. Everything else is pretty open territory as far as what notes you can use. So with that being said, that's a little lesson on the minor thing. I know, like I said, I kind of jumped around a little bit on that one. There's a lot to get into on this because you know, we haven't even gone to the 4 chord yet, or the lots of cool stuff there. But just that scale. And if you want to add in the 6, play around with that. That gives you a lot of stuff to start getting melodic with versus just that pentatonic scale. So I hope you enjoyed that, and looking forward to the next one, folks. See you soon. Thanks a bunch. All right, bye.